Hey, 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 it is Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. Darissa, hi, sunshine. Please let me know we are good with audio because I got to get right to it. Let me know if you can hear me fine. Audio is clear. It's a bit hot, but we're going to do this. Hi, Arsenal. I can't pronounce Arsenal. Hi, Brandy. Somebody tell me we are good. What's up, Karen? Just somebody tell me we are good audio-wise. I just need to know that we are good. Somebody say, yeah, we can hear you fine. No, we can't. And then we can get going. Because I don't want it to. Hi, Aaron. Audio clear. All right. Hey, Miss Verlene. Let's get to it. It's Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. It's Media Maverick Monday. Okay. So I have two stories for y'all. And if you read it on Facebook, you know the first story. But for the sake of the recording, let me just give it to you because there's a good nugget in there. But I have a woman who has been, Cleon says, I hear nothing nor see anything. Cleon, go out and come in. Can somebody type to him, go out and come in, because you guys say you can hear me loud and clear and you can see me. So somebody type to Cleon to let him know we're good. So it must be on his end. So I have a woman who I nicknamed Miss Heidi Pants for the sake of protecting her identity. And this is not going to be a long one because I have an event that the lovely, the fearless, the timeless beauty known as Angela Bassett and one of my all-time favorite actresses, Aisha Hines, is actually doing the show, is actually doing a panel discussion about their show 911. So I got to get to that. Darissa says she's having issues. Let me see can I type in here on this side? Okay. Hold on. Because no one's typing to her. Darissa. Okay. Oh, okay. So she saw it. Okay. Cleon said, Darissa, go to email and reset. All right. So Miss Heidi Pants, as we're calling her, actually has been like in my noisemaker squad. She's always around me. She's soaking up the yumminess and just has not pulled the trigger on getting out there and making noise. And I know what she does in her lane. So every once in a while, I would tag her in something, or I would inbox her and say, I saw this, won't you newsjack this, and make some noise and let people know how beast you are. She wouldn't do it. So what had happened was God actually, God sometimes could just be sneaky with his get down. So what had happened was let me just say, her brand is diversity training, and like companies fly her in to train their team, train their crew and whatever. And so she just not with, like, when Starbucks jumped off, she should have been jacking that, right? Anything that happens that deals with diversity, she should have been jacking that, correct? So, especially if you hang around me long enough, like, duh, like that would be like Idris not moving on some kind of real estate issue and not making some noise. Hint, hint, Idris, hint, hint. You catching that? So, when Starbucks closed for, Monday, whatever day that was that they closed and had the diversity training, Atlanta NBC reached out to her. Hey, Sandy. Atlanta NBC reached out to her. Hi, Miss Montgomery, and asked her, would she be willing to let her about it? Now, some of my Mavericks would love to get that call. Love it. Lupe, hi, honey. However, Miss Heidi Pants, I found out she had been turning down lots of interviews. But it was something about this time that made her say, she didn't even say yes, y'all. She did. Let me tell you what Miss Thing said. She said she told God that if he really wanted her to do it, that I would not be busy. So that she was going to text me to find out if I was available to coach her, because she was not going to say yes if I wasn't available. Don't that sound crazy? Like, come on, y'all. Don't that sound just crazy? And so, as God would have it, hey, Tish, hey, that's my HU person, right? Tisha? Is it Tisha or Tish? I can't remember how to pronounce it. But isn't that funny, though, that how you all gonna be looping me in to y'all signs from God? Like, really, dude? How you gonna loop me in? But as God would have it, she texted me in a window. I was between clients. I just finished with my London client, and then I was going to go into working with my Germany client. And so as soon as the text came in, I said, well, when, because all she said was they called her to do an interview. And I'm like, this is my phone. Let me read my text. Okay. Just in case y'all don't know that is my phone. So I was like, well, when do they want her to do this? So I texted her back, and she was like, at 4:30. That was in like 3 to 4 hours later. So I'm like, oh, shoot. So I was like, okay, let me hit my Germany client and see if I could delay them so I can make sure she's ready, because finally she's saying yes. So I text her back, and my Germany client says, sure, because I told him this is day of. I didn't have him booked. I had booked him on NBC and CBS and Fox next week. So I knew I had time. His wasn't pressing. So I was like, let me handle this. So I got her on the phone, and one of the things, especially that I teach my Media Mavericks, and when you really work with me one-on-one, I am very strategic. Right, Idris? Idris would know, because Idris has a good friend that's one of my clients, and I'm sure you talk. I'm very strategic about what comes out your mouth. I'm very strategic when I'm looking at what the end goal is for your brand, what you want to happen next for your brand as a result to these interviews. My Media Mavericks and I don't do interviews for the sake of doing interviews. We do interviews to serve. We do interviews to actually put our brands out there, to let people know that we are geniuses in our lane of expertise. And so I'm very strategic of what comes out your mouth. And so knowing what she does, I was like, my goal from this interview is to get you some clients. My goal from this interview is to make sure that you get some clients out of this. So I was very strategic on what I coached her to do. So she was nervous as all get out, but she did it. She sent me an email she sent me an email 2 or 3 days ago. I think I shared it on Facebook, but she was like, I guess you and God are in cahoots, because I never got to see the actual interview, but several people have. I'm paraphrasing what the email said, but several people must have, because I booked not one, but two big firms. One firm, if I said the name, y'all would know it, so I'm not going to say it, but it's a big firm. Yeah, it's a big firm. And the second one is a tech firm in North Carolina. Now, she lives in Atlanta. Get this. She lives in Atlanta. Boom. So that was the day I was lit. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was cabbage patching. I was running man. I was high-fiving myself because I was here by myself. I was high-fiving myself because I knew mission accomplished. She got new clients. So that's Miss Heidi Pants. Now, the message I want you to have in that is that you have to be willing to put yourself out there. Idris says, yes, TJ Mercer is the best in the business. Oh, TJ swoons now. Lupe says, boom, praise God. Yes. And so I was lit. I'm telling y'all couldn't handle me that day because I was lit. Because there's nothing better for me than to see the manifestation of what I have crafted, and that clients can see what's possible for them. And she finally got to see it. And so now the challenge is going to be trying to keep her out there without hiding. Okay. So you have a responsibility. I've been so animated. My watch is saying that I've been working out for the last 10 minutes, y'all. I don't know if you can see it, but it's saying I've been working out for the last 10 minutes. Hi, Krishna. So that was Miss Heidi Pants. So second story. This is the MSNBC story. We're going to call it Miss Heidi Pants Jr. I don't know why I keep attracting people that always just hiding from me. And because Miss Heidi Pants Sr. was like, I've been hiding from you, but I knew the day was going to come where I was going to have to put myself out there with you. Like, I'm some big bad wolf. Like, what am I going to do? The worst I'm going to do is hug you to death. So Miss Heidi Pants Jr. Now, Miss Heidi Pants Jr. is a dear, dear friend. If I was into saying ride or die, which I don't, because if somebody's my ride or die, I don't, because why we gotta be dying? Because why we can't ride and soar? Why we can't ride and take off? Like, I ain't going nowhere. I don't know if anybody that I be ride and die. Like, maybe T2 and my nephew, Sir Grayson the Great, my niece and my nephew, maybe, but I don't know, because I got questions before we riding off and dying somewhere. Reneka is close to being, somebody who I would say is a ride or die, but I ain't saying that. I got too many questions. And so Miss Heidi Pants Jr. is someone like that. So I don't know what was happening. I think I was between clients, and so I didn't respond to her text quickly. And Montgomery says, ride or die is gangster talk that has bled into mainstream. I know. That's why I ain't no gangster. I'll say I'm a hugging gangster, but I ain't no gangster. So we ain't riding and dying nowhere. If you can't hook your train to my caboose, as my coach Lisa Nichols said, we ain't going off no cliffs. So what was I saying? Okay, Miss Heidi Pants Jr. So I get a text from Miss Heidi Pants Jr. and I wish I could pull it up here, but let me see. Hold on, guys. Let me just read it to you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. If it don't take me too long to get to it. Basically, oh gosh, when was this? No. Let me go this way. Crap, it's much better if I read it from you. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm getting to it. So she says, so MSN, I can't see with my glasses on now. So MSNBC has been blowing up my email and Facebook Messenger to get me to come on and talk about diversity in light of the issue of Starbucks. Now, this is a totally different person. I do corporate training on diversity, but wouldn't qualify myself as an expert. And I don't actually want to be known as a diversity expert. What do I do? I got that text kind of late. And wait, guys, I just lost my place here. Hold on.
Brandy,
okay.
Just somebody tell me.
So I got, oh shoot, I ain't gonna be able to see. So I got that text kind of late. And it's still making me laugh. Like, what should you do? What do you mean, should you do? Like, you say yes, and then you call me. What? And so I was like, I responded to her. No, I called her. I'm like, this ain't something you actually, I think what happened was my text was on side. I didn't hear it initially or whatever it was. But I was just like, I called her. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you do? You respond. I don't care that this is not what you want to be known for. This is MSNBC. You do not turn them down unless they're going to do something totally negative and they're going to bring up your stripper post, history, and even that, it's like, we're going to figure out how we're going to turn it into an overcomer, look at me now kind of story. But she's out here talking about you were on crack and like, what you mean? I mean, I went ziggly boom. And so I was like, get off the phone and here's what you're going to respond to her. Yes. When would you like me to be there? So, and then I kept texting her like, what were you thinking? Like, this is MSNBC, yo. Come on now, that's a national show. And if you heard what I read, they were knocking all over the place. They hit her in LinkedIn. They hit her in Facebook. I don't know where they got the diversity training part, because that's really not what she does. But for some other reason she does want, I was like, you the expert for the day. You're going to be talking about some diversity then. So she responded, and she had to then call me. And then this is the time I can say, why would you be scared of TJ? Especially when you're one of my Media Mavericks, I'm going to get in your butt. But then if you're a Media Maverick and you connected to me on that level, I'm going to really get in your butt. So I was like, Miss Heidi Pants Joyner, like, what were you thinking? And so what ended up happening by the time she responded, because remember, she was waiting on me to answer, what should she do? By the time she responded, they had found someone else. Now, they had knocked on LinkedIn for her. They had knocked on Facebook for her. They had knocked in her email address for her. Hi, Lynette. They knocked everywhere for her. And she waited to ask me, what should you do? Now, after I calmed down from being really, 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 really upset with her, here's the takeaway that I want you to pick up on. Because whatever this producer saw in her, in Miss Heidi Pants, she must think highly of her. And when she responded, she then told her, I'm paraphrasing, we found someone else, but feel free to pitch me something. That's the open door right there. Right there. That was the open door. And so I immediately start spitballing. Here's what we're going to pitch. Here's what we're going to pitch. Here's what we're going to pitch. Then something popped off in the media. I don't want to say what it was because I don't want it to be too close to some of y'all who know the person I'm talking about. But something popped off in the media and I fired off a pitch for her to say, just send this and see what happened. But it was over the holiday weekend and the relevance of it died down over the holiday weekend. So that didn't get picked up. Fine. I told her, we're going to wait 2 more weeks and we're going to fire off another pitch because now we got an open door. Now she has vetted you. Now we can actually go in with your brand of what you really want to be known for. So after I went off on her and I had to then go love on her and say, okay, lesson learned. And I bet you this may not happen no more. Don't wait on me. You go say yes and then call me and say, you got to get me ready for an interview in 2 hours. You know, and she means that much to me that I would have dropped everything. You know, I would have gotten on a plane and been like, okay, we got to figure out how we going to, text or Facebook inbox something to get you ready. Because here's the thing, guys. I say it all the time, and here's another takeaway. If you've never done media, then stay out of the market 1 through 30. Stay out of it. Media Mavericks already know this. Stay out of the top markets because you don't want to. And so when I say the top markets, New York is number 1, LA's 2, Chicago's 3, Philly's 4, Dallas 5, and so on and so on and so on. If you are going to actually pursue media on your own, then you pursue media in smaller markets because you don't want to make your mistakes in Biloxi, Mississippi. You want to make your mistakes there. You do not want to be making mistakes and be uncomfortable and not have mastered your sound bites, your talking points without having practiced and tested them out in a smaller market. And the thing is, regardless if you do a smaller market, if you do ABC Birmingham or ABC New York, it's still as seen on ABC. You just are getting the credentials. You're getting better at your talking points and doing sound bites, and you're still getting the logos. I call it go for your logos. Now, the flip side of that is, but if a show comes knocking, you open that door and be like, yes, here I am, baby. You call them, you respond to them, you tell them, yes, I can do it. Let me work it out with my schedule. And then you send me an email, quick, fast, and in a hurry to get you ready. When those phone calls come, I shift a lot of things around to make it happen. I have so many clients, right, Idris? I have clients who that has happened to. Denise Reed Kelly, she didn't pitch. Somebody pitched on her behalf. She had like 2 days to get ready, and she knocked it out the park to the point where the company that had booked her to be the spokesperson actually wanted to make her the spokesperson in every city that they did. I will shift my schedule around if somebody calls and say, Teach, I got an interview. I need to book time for you to get me ready. But you're going to say yes. Hear me, all 13 of y'all who hear now, and the people on the replay who going to see this forever to time and infinity and beyond. Hear me. TJ will never tell you to turn down a media interview unless it's totally incongruent with your brand. It has to be total, like it's going to have to take your brand way off in left field. I talk about media every day, all day, but you best believe if Good Morning America, the View, one of them called me and said, Teach, we want to talk to you about domestic violence. What time do you want me to be there? That's not something I choose to talk about a lot. I'm more focused on media, but you best believe, I wrote my 3rd book on this. You best believe if the call comes, well, the call comes from anybody, I'm still going to talk about domestic violence because people need to know, but you get the point. Like, it's got to be totally incongruent with your brand. It's got to be telling you that you're going to smoke crack on camera. Something just bizarre. Because the thing is, you want that connection to the producer. You want to show them that you can handle yourself. And you want to make sure they understand that you can be ready on a dime. All right. That's the tip today. Idris says, what if you live in a top 10 market and you don't have much experience? Would you suggest doing a suburb of the major market to build up experience and media credentials? Yes, Idris. Yes. So you're in Atlanta, get your butt in Columbus, Georgia, get your butt in Birmingham, get your butt in Macon, somewhere where it's a smaller market and you still can get there with ease. Cleon says integrity is important. My integrity is paramount to me. And people who know me know I don't play when it comes to my integrity. So, yes, for sure, Cleon. All right. So if you have no other questions, I'm ready to bounce because I got Angela Bassett and Aisha Hans. Aisha plays in Underground, which is one of my favorite shows they end up canceling. And they're doing a panel tonight about their show 911. So I'm ready to run over there and see if I can get me a hug from Miss Angela Bassett. But if no other questions, I'm going to count it down. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Somebody say bye to me because I don't know how long this delay is. And I just want to make sure I don't cut you off before you have a question. 3. Okay, Cleon heard it. 2, 1. Bye, guys. See you next week.